autism and special interests. And over here are the most common autistic special interests. And special interests are not usually obsessions, but neurotypical people usually mistake them for obsessions because of how intense they are, but they're not obsessions of this stuff. Us autistic people get very passionate by and more than neurotypicals. And this is one of my autistic special interests, which is art. I've been into art since I was 11. And over here is some drawings I did today of some Danny Phantom characters. Autistic special interests I had all over the years. So when I was at elementary school, I had an autistic special interest with airplanes and then with aliens. And I believe in aliens and have done since elementary school or primary school, because just look how big the galaxy is, with millions of planets, not just the galaxy, the entire universe, with over 200 billion galaxies in the observable universe, and in the actual universe alone, God knows how many galaxies there are. So there's got to be alien life out there. And afterwards going through school, when I was 13 and then a couple of years later when I was 20, I had an autistic special interest with different religions such as Judaism and Catholicism, which is the Catholic faith. And when I was 14, people often mistaked my special interest with America with an obsession, and it wasn't an obsession, it was just an autistic special interest. And people said it all throughout college, even though it wasn't an obsession, it was just an autistic special interest I was fascinated by. And there was other stuff I was fascinated by throughout life as well. When I was 16, I had an autistic special interest with lucid dreaming, and I used to look it up on YouTube as well about lucid dreaming. And this lucid dreaming teacher named Giz Edwards and also Tony Morley. And when I was 16 and when I was 19, I had an autistic special interest with differences between US English and UK English and how I preferred American English to British English. So basically autism makes me very fascinated by subjects that the average person wouldn't be fascinated by. And when I was 19, I was fascinated by the difference between Celsius and Fahrenheit, the temperature measurements, and not many people find that interesting, but it was something I was passionate by at the time. I don't know why I was so passionate about it when I was 19. I just something I found interesting. And when I was 20, I had an autistic special interest with movie ratings, like from different countries, like the Canadian GPG 14A, 18A and R ratings, and American GPG, PG-13, R and NC-17 ratings, what used to be called X. The NC-17 rating in the US now. And what other special interests have I had? When I was 18 and 19, I had an autistic special interest with curse words. That wasn't a very good special interest, since not everyone likes cursing, since it offends people, since the curse words for a reason, since the words people are meant to say. But if I found that interesting at the time, I found it interesting at the time. And when I was 18, I was going about my college with a survey asking people if they thought this word was a swear word, like the word damn, for example. It was all because of the movie I watched when I was 18, Are We There Yet? But if I found some subject interesting, I found it interesting. And that autistic special interest returned a couple of years later when I was 22, 23. And yeah, autistic people, we have special interests since it gives us a sense of enjoyment, and special interest helps us cope with anxiety in a neurotypical world, and it's a way for us to comfort in a world not built for us. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and follow for more. And if you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure to like and subscribe for more. Peace out.